Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of CJ's Coins and Crafts. This is a recap of a penny box that I did. I actually got this penny box about I was on the road for business, and I was about an hour, just a little over an hour away from my normal area. So I made arrangements to get a box from a local branch of the bank that I'm with, and this is what I got out of it. To start off with, we got only two Canadians, a 1968 and a 1991. The 1991 is pretty jacked up, but it is what it is. In the 50s, this time I got all Denver coins, unlike some of the last videos that I got where I have a good mix. 52 Denver, 53 Denver, 56 Denver, 57 Denver, and 258 Denvers. This box was pretty good, just in the mix of coins that it had overall. So this one, you can see I've got plenty from the 50s. In the 40s I got a 49S. In the 30s I got a 36 Philly. And then anything older than that was a 1916 Philly. So one of the ones was this 1936, which in the Philadelphia Mint, there are at least 3 double die listings in the Cherry Picker's Guide in the Red Book. So I checked this one. I didn't see any doubling on it that I could match up with anything, so it's probably just a regular one. But it's still cool to find a decent looking 1936 that looks like that. This is the 1949. It's pretty rough, but you know, what can you really expect from a coin that is that old? And then this one right here is the 1916. There, 1916. So this one, it's pretty worn on the face. The date is still readable. It's really jacked up on the back. It's really slicked out. I knew that it was an older one, just based off of how slicked it was on the reverse. That's how I found it. And I flipped it over and saw that it was a 1916, which is definitely one of the older ones that I got, that I've gotten out of recent boxes. So now let's look at some of our special ones. Some of the special ones, the first one was a 1901. So I actually posted a picture of this just as I found it on the YouTuber coin community that Ken Peavey set up. So shout out to him. I'll put a link in to his channel in the description box below, so you can check him out. But I had opened up the roll, and this was literally right on top, staring at me. So this is a 1901 Indian head. This is about the 5th or 6th Indian head that I found in circulation. You definitely don't find these very often. They're pretty hard to find, still in circulation. So this coin is 117 years old, and was still in circulation until I found it the other day. So I think that's pretty awesome that you can still find these things. This one right here is a modern, a little bit more modern. This is a 1998 Denver right there. So what's special about this one is that there's actually a doubled column on the right hand side of Lincoln, which I will show you right now. Let me get this up on the screen real fast so we can take a look at this. Let me just make sure I got okay. So our doubling is going to be right here. That little, it's a kind of a shadow on on the screen right here, but there's a doubling right here. A lot of the coins that you'll find. Sorry about that. We're back. A lot of the coins that you'll find from the late 90s to the early 2000s have it's very common to find doubling right here. On the left side or right side, doubling of the columns in this bay right here. But there's a lot of them listed. There's some that have up to 76 or even 200 double die listings just off of the the different places where the doubling exists, whether it's right here or lower, on the left side, diagonal, it's smaller, bigger. There's a bunch of different listings. I didn't even look to try to match this one up because it's minor doubling, but it's still really cool to find. So now let's take a look at the what I feel is probably the second most important coin that I found in this box, other than the Indian head, and that's this one right here. Now, this is a 1974 Denver, which generally is not going to be too much of a hot deal. Here we go. So you can see on the front that there's really nothing to it, but when I flip it over, you guys might see that there is a slight change in the profile. So let's see if I can get my pointy stick of science right here. So you guys will see that there is a line right here that goes up right here, and then a line that goes up right here. So what I did is I took a picture of this, and I will give me a second and I will get it up. I need to put that down, and I did find a website that has a what's called an overlay, and I compared this coin to, or my coin to this overlay to see what it is. So I will put the camera back up on the screen. So this is my coin here, and this is the overlay. This is on maddieclashes.com, but you can see, so this would be the profile that's set up. So this is the back of Lincoln's coat on the back of his head, and then right over here you'll see his coat that comes up here, and then in the last three bays you'll see his chin right here. Let's see if I can get a better shot of that. I don't know if you guys can kind of see it if my arm wasn't so in the way, but you can see his chin right up here, the little profile. His chin wraps around, and then this would be his forehead right in here. But I thought that this is such an awesome, what I would call a hard or a severe die clash, to have it still that prevalent on the coin. So this is definitely a cool find. I found some before where the die clash exists on the it's the bays on the face is just minor, but to have something that, as soon as I flipped this coin over, I was like, okay, I know what that is. That's a die clash, because I can see the profile of something in the coin. So you guys can see this is his back, this is the back of his head, and then right over here, let's see if I can get in closer. And the third bay in is his chin that wraps around. You guys can see that. You can see like some of the it's got different toning to it, but. So this is what I would say is the second best coin out of this entire thing. The first one obviously being this 1901. So sometimes it pays to go outside your normal area, and if you guys ever go traveling or anything like that, take a look at what banks that they have around and just see what they have available, and maybe you can stop by and get a box and be able to go through it. So if you guys like what you saw, hit that like button. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Share if you guys like it. Comments or questions, put them in the comment box below, and I will see you guys on the next box.